Welcome back, Portugal Junkies.
Hello, and yes, welcome back.
We've been gone so long.
It's been a while.
We didn't actually mean to be gone quite this long, but I think we have a trend here on our breaks where we need to take a break. We need to recalibrate, or we have personal things that are happening that keep us from being consistent in the publishing.
Yep.
And then life takes over, and then we go, wait, but we really need to be thoughtful about what we're doing and how we're coming back to you and what we're bringing to you. So,
I mean, that's the whole thing, isn't it? It's been a little bit of a catalogue of how do we want this next editions to be.
Yeah, we've done 50 episodes.
How are we going to do value? What are we going to do? And so it's just takes a little bit of thought, and then life gets in the way.
Yeah. So anyway, we're
Hello.
excited to be back.
Yep.
We appreciate the messages that we've gotten to be like, are y'all coming back soon? You were my weekly check-in. So that stuff makes us
very happy.
So heart wants to explode. Happy. Yeah. So we thought we would take this time to kind of update you.
That was a half-hour bell.
Yeah, it's not 10:30. Here in Tavira. So you're going to get that from now on here. Yeah. We didn't think about that part.
Well, I thought about it, but at least it's not 1 o'clock when the nuclear siren goes off.
I think it's our way of showing you what it's like to live in Europe with the bells.
I mean, this is 10:30 in the morning, and it is so quiet.
It's beautiful.
Go back a couple of months, it might not have been. But
yeah.
It is today.
In October it is.
In October. And it's still up in the 70s.
Yeah.
After a couple of days of rain.
So we thought the next couple of episodes will be spent just updating you on what we did during the break, new things that have happened for us, all that kind of stuff. I got a lot of messages from you guys saying, we just want to know your daily life there. You know, it's part of the value that we want to bring is just what daily life looks like for us in Portugal, specifically in the Algarve. But as you can see,
we have upped the background. If you're watching.
This is our new set.
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, but
yes, if you're
not,
watching, we are seated on our terrace.
Maybe that's
in our new apartment.
It's like the whole we moved.
Yeah, let's do it. So we did move.
Yeah,
we are still in Tavira. I had a lot of people when I was talking about our new apartment on socials, like, you're moving again. I'm like, moving apartments.
We're going across the road or across the river.
Yeah. So our old apartment, was great. However, it was a little bit farther out of town. And I think most people would look at here would be like, that's not out of town.
No.
But it felt like we were a little bit siloed and removed from the daily life of Tavira.
Yeah.
And while we had it was a great little place, and there was a lot of pros to that place.
Definitely.
We found this one.
And we jumped on it.
And we stayed there for a year. So anybody wanting to give us, what about moving for the, how much? What's
fourth? This is the fourth
time?
move.
This is the fourth apartment. Fourth apartment in 2 years. This is the beauty
of renting
and having very little stuff.
Yeah.
And being a little, what's the right word? Flexible.
Yeah. But also, it clearly leads into good relationships with landlords, having a contract written in such a way that does give you early removal if you want, if you need. So, yeah, it's not because of any other reason than we saw this, and it's in the heart of town. We can see the river from here and the Praça and
this terrace that we are currently sitting on.
Yeah. So this is where Christmas will happen. This is where New Year's Eve will happen. So why don't we talk about this? So yes, we moved, but let's talk about some of the other reasons why we decided that we wanted to, and what was the pros of this place, and maybe the cons of the other place. Because you guys always want apartment information. And we will do an apartment tour on our YouTube channel at some point. I have not filmed that yet, but you're going to need to tidy up first.
It's not that dirty. Anyway, one of the cons about our prior apartment, other than feeling a little too far away from the daily life of Tavira, which was the biggest one to me. It is the biggest reason, I think, that we decided to look for something more central.
Yep.
It was that we didn't have any outdoor space. And I say that in our personal area, there was a pool.
Yeah, I mean,
and it was a gated courtyard and all of that. So yes, that was there, but it's not like you're going to like spend your time out in the public courtyard. You know, it just didn't feel the same. So that was a big thing for us.
Yeah.
That we've just learned that we thought it would be okay without outdoor space, given that we had a pool, or community pool. And I think we learned that we were willing to give up the community pool to have our own personal
space,
outdoor space.
Yeah. And while it's not grass and it's a roof terrace and all the rest of it, but it's amazing. It's just so calming.
It is.
And I think it just fits so many more things.
Yeah, that we need and want, or how we would want to spend time. So,
but everything's an evolution, isn't it? At the end of the day, you start off with something because you believe that that's what you want, or you want to go from one thing to the next, believing that that's what it should be.
And then you learn.
The pool, and when we moved there originally, it was a case of, we're going to be close enough to town when we want to be, but far enough away from the tourists. And
now we're like,
technically true,
we want to be with the tourists.
It's like, it was a whopping 12 to 13 minute walk from the house to the presser. So, but in the heat of the days,
you kind of like,
that's like, I'm just going to stay in. And that's not the point of this move, like the whole move from the US. So I think each time that we switch places, there's always going to be a reason behind that evolution.
And a learning. I mean, again, so yes, it is. I encourage anybody who is thinking about this or doing this, like if you're going to move abroad, you've got to be a little flexible at the beginning. There are some people who move abroad and they buy a place before they even move. That is fine for some people. Yeah. It is not how I would ever operate because of things like this.
Right.
You can in the moment think, oh, those things won't bother me. Those elements that I'm iffy about, and that's a purchase.
Yeah.
That's not even just signing a lease. So I think it's good that we've given ourselves this time and different experiences within Porto, different experiences of places. And the same thing with here. We opted at the beginning to be a little bit outside of the hubbub. And then we realized that's really what we were missing a year later.
Yeah.
My dear, sweet listeners, I say this with all the love in my heart. If you haven't traveled in beautiful Portugal yet, what are you waiting for? You are missing out big time. Iconic beaches, delicious wine, centuries of history, and honestly, some of the most beautiful people that you will ever meet. Why do you think we moved here? So, when you're ready, we are ready to help you plan the most perfect customized Portugal itinerary just for you, and more importantly, how you like to travel. Family trip with the kiddos, lazy girl travel, history buffs, foodies, combinations of all of those, we got you. After exploring Portugal since 2022 and then immigrating here, we're really excited to build travel plans for you that help you see this gorgeous, special place by understanding the way that you like to travel. Book a free call with us right now on our Stan store at stan.store/Portugal Junkies, and we'll talk through your ideal trip and start planning your customized Portugal itinerary. You'll even get your final itinerary on an app to use during your trip for easy access right on your phone while you're here. Remember, adventure is a verb, y'all. We're excited to help you plan yours.
Anyway, we learned, and I'm happy about that because it's honestly, this apartment is less money.
Yep.
It is 1,400 euros a month. Everybody's always asking what we pay in rent, so you might as well just say it. 1,400 euros a month here. And it included something that we did. Internet. Oh, it included internet. So that was part of 35. The utilities that we wouldn't have to pay. So we're basically saving 150 euros a month from moving from our other place.
Now, one of the other big things that we've saved on is Uber.
And
Because
Uber.
When we were living at the other one, if we wanted to go on on a weekly shop to the continent, we could walk there with their empty bags, but there is no way in often
We would walk
that
back.
you're walking back laden down. So, that's definitely been a twist.
Yeah, now our closest big grocery store, not just like a mini stop,
5
is
minutes, if
maybe
that.
5-minute walk. Like yesterday, I went to go pick up one bag of stuff, and I walked back. It was so fine. Charlotte has joined us, so she's going to be
make
here.
an appearance.
Sorry for those of you who are just listening that you don't get to see her cute little face, but she's here. So what else is really great about? Oh, our friends live literally a 6-minute walk from us. So we're on one side of the river, they're on the other, and it's literally just amazing because we can just pop by. Or I think that being over there, you had to plan more, or it felt like you can't be as what's
immediate,
the right word?
Like
what is the word I'm trying to? It's the like when you don't have it planned and you just go with it.
Impulse.
Thank you. Like it felt like you had to plan more. Or if somebody said, "Hey, do you want to get a glass of wine?" You're like, "It's a 20-minute walk over there." Like, why am I feeling so lazy? It just there was a
gap.
There was a wall there
to it.
And whether it should or shouldn't be, that was how it was for us. So now we can be spontaneous. We can be spontaneous and be like, I'll go have a glass of wine with you. It takes me 2 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
Last night or 2 nights ago, we had dinner literally on our block.
Yeah.
And met our friends.
That was lovely.
And, it's those things that are making me feel even more a part of
Life
Tavira and the European lifestyle that we wanted this whole time too.
Yeah,
I am the most happy in this place that I've been since we moved from home.
I think I would agree with that.
I mean, I just love this apartment.
Yeah, I mean, the apartment is absolutely fantastic.
Are there any?
That's going to be a good.
Are
thing
there
to
any cons to this apartment?
Cons. I think the only one I can immediately think of is because you are in the town or city. When you step out the front door, it's the very old cobbles. It's the cigarette
It's like a
butts.
side street. Sometimes people can leave trash on our
it's a
street,
little
which
bit
I'm
more-
going to be the trash queen now. I'm just going to pick up our
I
trash.
I took the dog out last night, and I was like, "No, tomorrow that's it. I'm going to go and get one of those like."
I mean, it's
things
not like a lot. It's just like once in a while people might drop their cigarette butts or whatever. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see if it's like, but it's not like gross. It's just it's a side street, and people walk through there and they think, oh, well, there's not a bin, so I guess I'll just drop my crap
and
here.
when it rains, it can become a little bit muddy and a little bit.
Which we
things like
only
that.
experienced for the first time this week because it had not rained since May
Right.
or significantly, and we got like 24 hours of thunderstorm and lightning, which
It was pretty
it was
amazing.
But there was some significant flooding, not on our street, but like in general in the town. Sometimes the river can really cause some flooding issues. So
yeah, but no, I don't know that I've yet come across anything that is a massive negative. And I know that we saw this place and jumped on it in the same day.
we totally did.
And we were very lucky to be like, yes, we want you, and they closed it off to anybody else, and that was great. So we didn't really take a lot of time to think about it, other than walked in the door. Yes,
I think our
yes,
gut
please.
leads us a lot.
Yeah.
And most of the time it's right. Sometimes we get it wrong, but most of the time, if we both have a visceral reaction positively to something, then that's the right thing for us.
Yeah.
So anyway, I love our place. It's basically the same size as the other place. Two bedrooms, two baths.
But you now have a proper cooker.
I have gas in the kitchen instead of a flat top, whatever
Induction
you call it.
type.
Induction, which I really, as a person who loves to cook, I really freaking hate those.
And a proper oven.
And a proper oven. At the other place, we had this like combi microwave oven sort of thing. And again, for somebody who likes to cook, it's like I really just.
It was like Hamburger Gate all over again.
Yeah.
Go back to episode 1.
whatever that episode was, Hamburger Gate.
Anyway.
So that's our biggest news since we've left you in August was that we moved. And we probably moved, 6 weeks after the break started?
Yeah.
So we moved in at the end of September-ish, something like that.
So that's cool. 26, 27.
All right, so what else have we been doing?
What else have we done? We've travelled a bit.
We have traveled. Yes.
Sometimes for necessity, sometimes for yay.
Okay, so let's talk about that. So one of the reasons why we even took a break was we had hit 50 episodes, and B, Mark had kind of an emergency situation with his mom that he had to get back to the UK for. And all of that happened around the same time, and then we were going to have family coming, and so it was like, we are
Why don't we just cut this at a moment?
Yeah. So how you update on your travel? What have you been doing?
Back to the UK to see Mum to help her out. She had her ops, and that was.
And she's doing fine.
Yeah, she's doing so well.
She's actually more than fine.
She's another wonder of the world, as they say.
She's like the 8th wonder of the world.
So yes, so that was all okay. It was very strange being back in the UK as well compared to here. It was just. I mean, I love my country, but there are sometimes you just think, I just can't wait to be back home in Tavira.
I know what you mean.
So there's definitely distances that have crept up. But again, I've been away for 8 years now from living in the UK. Right. So I already have that time in.
That, and one of the benefits one of the big reasons why we did move, or one of the benefits was that you would be closer to your family.
Yeah.
We spent so many years so close to my family. Now we're spending time in a place where you can hop on a plane and be to her within the flight itself is not very long, but then you have to actually get to the house.
Yeah.
But within a few hours you can be where you need to be to support her.
Yeah.
And your brother. So it's like, that's one of the, I'm glad you've actually taken a couple of trips to the UK since we took a break.
Yeah.
So. And one was a fun one. And obviously they're all fun, but.
Yeah. But, the one most recently, 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, something
boys
like that.
Trip.
It was boys trip. Shout out to Charlie English. Whoop. It was just a lot of fun, just mooching around London. And then we went, so he's a bit of a Ted Lasso fan, and so am I, but I don't think I'm as nerdy as a Ted Lasso as he is. And he said, if we go to London, if you come, should we go to Richmond? It's like, sure. I mean, I used to kick around that area, sort of Teddington years ago. And we went there for a day out.
I had no idea they had an actual Ted Lasso store.
Yeah, they have a Ted Lasso store in there.
What did they sell?
Oh, everything. Everything. Sort of Ted Lasso, the Richmond AFC. So I bought a Richmond AFC cap.
You did?
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's in the house. I haven't worn it yet. And Charlie got a T-shirt and things like that. But we were just, that was good fun. Then we went and sat in the pub where they filmed some of it and just had a couple of pints. That was a lot of fun.
Listen, when we moved to Portugal not knowing a bit of Portuguese, I was so nervous about a lot of things. But the visa process was the most nerve-wracking, including the part where, you sign a legal document like a lease when you don't even know how to read the language. So we were referred to our lawyer, João Pinto, to get some help with translating, interpreting, and negotiating our lease in Porto. And he was so awesome that we've decided to keep him. But now, that one simple task that he helped us with has opened our eyes to everything that he does. He specializes in helping Americans move to Portugal, the entire visa process, and even buying a home here. We did our visa process all on our own, and now looking back, part of me really wishes that we had known João then and all that he could have helped us with to navigate the sometimes crazy path to get here. Good news for you though, he's graciously offered our listeners a free consultation call and a 10% discount. So, If you're looking for a trusted, certified lawyer in Portugal to help you with your move to Portugal before, during, or after, we highly recommend João. He's super responsive, so smart, and a great communicator. Head over to our social media accounts on Instagram or TikTok. Access our stand store in the bio, and you can download João's list of services for free and schedule your free call and get 10% off. Cheers, y'all!
Again, some of the need to go back to the UK is, for fun, and some of it is for taking care.
Stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, travel-wise, that's I haven't been anywhere else.
I have. I also, at about the same time, we had a little bit of overlap there. Yep. He went on to the UK, and I needed to go home. Well, not needed. I was home for a week in the United States for my best friend's surprise wedding, which was totally fun. So I flew in, spent a couple days at my parents', and then in Charlotte, my best friend basically told everyone that they were going to go to the courthouse like a couple days before, but they had scheduled this big concert themed party that would essentially be their wedding reception. And in fact, what it was a surprise wedding. So never experienced that before. It was amazing. It was a perfect 3 days, of celebration for those two. So shout out to Chris and Carl. So that was a good time. That was, with some of my very best friends. And then I got to see a lot of people too that I hadn't seen in a long time because I was back in Charlotte. Yeah. So it filled my cup, in a lot of ways. And a lot of people I missed because they don't live in Charlotte anymore, but of my besties, but, it was good. It felt good to be there and connect with people again. And that, I hadn't seen in a really long time. And the travels were easy, knocking on something, but I was super nervous to travel
because you were on your own.
I was, and
this time,
right. It's not very often that we travel apart. It's not that we
certainly try not to.
Can't, but yeah, it's not as fun to me to travel by myself. But I was so anxious about traveling during the shutdown, just because. A lot of the airports, they were really reporting, and again, this goes back to media and the influence, but it's my experience wasn't bad at all. I didn't have a single delay. And so I was very happy with that, but I was very anxiously, and I'm not an anxious traveler. I'm really not. I think we've traveled enough that I'm just what, shit's going to happen sometimes, and what are you going to do? But I was on edge, for that, but I was lucky, and nothing went awry. So. It was a good trip. Yeah. And I was also, though, very happy to be back here because this felt like, I don't know, I think what it is, I feel like I ache for this place now. Right. Because it does start to feel like home, and I know how relaxed I feel here. So when you go somewhere like the States, which I think just automatically makes me more on edge and a little bit antennas up of all the things that we've always talked about on here, but I don't have to do that here. So I'm so excited to get back and just be
sweet.
Sweet.
Yeah. So. It's again, coming back from the UK, it's not as difficult, it's not as arduous to get to and from. But when I know that I'm either leaving mum's and going on train and coming back through Gatwick, and then later that evening I'll be back here. That's really where it's okay. I enjoyed that time away with parents and what have you. Yeah. However, I just want to be back here. And I said to I said to Charlie the other day and Cara, when I landed, I was didn't have any bags to pick up or anything. I just walked out the door, and it's just
the sun hit your face.
Well, yeah.
Angels sang behind you.
Well, maybe not. That was a bunch of kids screaming, but it was just taking that moment of yep, doors opened, get out onto the fore area of the airport, and first thing, just went and got a beer. Sat at the Traveller's Rest, which is
I love it.
the sort of the cafe bar
You're back.
that's directly there. Sat, had a beer, looked at the Ubers, like tons of Ubers. Was like, fine, that won't be a problem. Had a beer.
Love it.
And just decompress a little bit and
Yeah.
just know that you're back in where you live.
Yeah.
And where you want to live.
I think that says a lot. I think that's ultimately what everybody who moves abroad ultimately wants, right? To feel like their choice and where all the things, like if you think about all the things that we've gone through in 2 years and how we feel right here seated in our new apartment in Tavira,
Yep.
finally feels like, yeah, this is what we did it for, right? Not that we didn't feel that way along the way, but I think there's also a point at which you go, okay.
Yeah.
I could see myself here for a while,
Yep.
you know?
But, and again, when we moved the first time, we only knew a small amount of things that we thought we knew more.
Oh, we did.
For the first apartment.
Yeah.
That taught us something about the second apartment. Well, the reason we moved from the second is because we wanted to move out of Porto.
That's right.
So that was a location complete
Yeah.
scratch. And then, as we've mentioned about moving to the terraces and then to here. And so each one, there has been a specific purpose behind
Sure.
it. It hasn't just been
We
on the
learned a
whim
lot.
of, I want to move.
But again, I go back to, this is why being nimble and flexible and knowing that can be or will be your life for maybe the first couple of years when you move abroad, be okay with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Be okay with it.
I mean,
and some people are not okay with it, and I get that.
We
but
moved with one van. It was like a transit van. And that was it.
Yeah.
In one go.
Oh, you mean here?
From there to here.
Yeah.
With Charlie and Liam's
We
help,
don't have
it
very
was
much
just
furniture.
Very little, thankfully.
All that we actually
I
have
don't
is like a
want
bar cart.
I don't want that stuff.
I know. So,
Really? So yeah, travels wise, but then we've got some travels coming up as well.
yeah, we do.
We've got a very exciting one for Christmas market.
Why don't we take a break here?
Yeah.
We'll come back for another episode,
Okay.
and we'll see you next time.
Ooh. Excellent.
Keep you on the hook.
Yeah. Keep you wanting for more.
Cheers, y'all.
Take care. Bye.
For more content about our move, the visa process, Portuguese culture and destinations, and tons of support resources for your own decisions and potential move abroad, follow us at Substack, TikTok, and Instagram at Portugal Junkies.
Stay in touch and help us reach more people by subscribing here and following us there.
Cheers, y'all!